What's up, guys? It's Dwayne from mountainbuck.com. Join me on the hunt for the best hunting products. And guys, today I'm checking out the SpyPoint Force Pro-S trail camera. This camera is going to shoot 30 megapixel photos and 4K videos. Now, this isn't a cellular trail camera from SpyPoint, but I am super pumped to check this out because I am a huge fan of solar power trail cameras, and I can't wait to see if that solar panel up there is going to power this camera exclusively. Let's find out. Here is the Force Pro-S out of the packaging here, and I really like that camo on there. That's a nice little design, nice camo on there. You see the solar panel up top here with this nice triangular design. Now this does have a lithium-ion rechargeable battery inside, which we're gonna charge up here in a bit. But check that out, that's a really nice, sharp-looking camera. Of course, you do have the thread mounts on the bottom here if you wanna mount this that way. You also, of course, have these straps in here to mount it to a tree with the strap, and the Python cable holes up here if you want to lock this thing down. You also have the 12-volt plug here on the bottom if you want to add an additional solar panel or battery backup. Let's open this thing up. So you have a really simple on-off setup switch right there. You also have the up and down directional buttons, the OK on there, and you have a space for 8 AA batteries if you want to have the battery backup as well. You also have a spot right here for a standard size SD card, which is really nice. I like the standard size SD cards. Let's see what else is in the box. You have a USB charging cable to charge up that internal lithium-ion rechargeable battery. You get a strap to mount this to the tree. Force Pro-S quick start guide. And it's real nice to give you a 32 gig SD card right in the package. I'm gonna go into setup mode here, see if we have any power in this thing yet. Sweet, so we do have what looks like half battery life in there, so that's kind of nice. Let's run through the settings. You can choose between photo, time-lapse, and video mode. Select your delay. Bump up that photo resolution. We're going all the way to 30 megapixels. When switching over to video mode, I'm bumping that video quality all the way up to 4K because I want to see those crystal clear videos. For video length, you can go anywhere from 10 seconds to 60 seconds. All right, our Force Pro settings are all set. Let's get this outside and run some tests. All right, our Force Pro-S is all set up on the tree and ready to go. Now this camera has a 0.2 second trigger speed, which is super fast. And how I'm gonna test that out is with my trigger speed analysis, where I set up about 10 yards in front of the camera, run right by and see how long it takes this camera to pick me up. Let's find out. All right, it's pretty muddy out here today, so that definitely slowed me down a little bit, but we'll check those results in a bit. Next up is the detection range test, and how I do this is I have cones set up at varying distances here behind me. First one set up at 10 yards, then 20, then 30 yards, and then all the way out at 36 yards because this camera has a 110-foot detection range. So we're gonna test that out. I'm just gonna walk by each one at a nice leisurely pace and see how far out this camera captures me. All right, our trigger speed and detection range tests are all set. Let's check that footage and see how we made out. For the trigger speed test, you can see this camera caught me before mid-frame here. The detection range on this camera is really good as it picked me up at every single marker all the way out to 36 yards. Here's an example of the daytime image quality. You have a really nice picture of some turkeys here, good sharp image, and you can see the detail in the feathers. Now I want to show you something with the nighttime images here. The infrared kind of acts as a spotlight and not a floodlight. Look at the doe there on the left side of the frame. It's not really illuminated very well. When it steps into the center here, it gets lit up much better, as you can see in these next two images. Here's an example of the daytime video quality. Nice 4K video here, and it's nice to see a bunch of turkeys here rolling through. Also, take a listen to the audio here. Nighttime videos have that same sort of IR spotlight where the middle is lit up nicely, but the outer edges are darker. You can see the does walk into the light here. Here's a look at the camera's infrared at nighttime, and the only reason you're seeing this is because it's through the camera lens. It's really not visible to the human eye. This camera was out for an entire month at the end of December into January, where the daylight is less and the days are much shorter. We only have about 10 hours of daylight during that time period, yet this battery life is still at 100% thanks to that solar panel. There are no AA batteries in here, and this thing took 99 photos and 50 videos during that time period. Now, I did notice something interesting about the video output with this camera. I have it set to take 60-second videos, and it did that just fine during the daytime, 60-second videos every time. However, the nighttime videos only last 20 seconds. I'm not sure what that's about, but it's just something to keep in mind. So there it is, guys, the SpyPoint Force Pro-S. I really like these solar powered cameras here because you don't have to mess around with batteries at all. Leave it out there for months at a time. You're still going to get really good quality images and videos. And SpyPoint just sent an email out that they're going to be releasing an upgrade to this model, the 2.0, coming out very soon. As always, the links to the items we talk about are in the description below. Guys, get yourself some killer mountain buck gear. Do me a favor, hook me up and hit subscribe. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, and we'll see you on the next one.